All right, enough Bayern, enough DFB Pokal. Let's go for some quick hits.
Let's go, Gab.
Barcelona drop another 2 points in a match defined by VAR, Carrasco, and Griezmann. Jules, take it away.
You know what? I thought Atleti had the best performance. They played better. They created the more chances. They had the movement I thought was better. The patterns of play were better. There was a lot of things that I liked in that game, and I thought the draw in the end was probably a fair result. And then we can come on Griezmann.
Okay, Griezmann. So he comes on in the 90th minute.
Which is a humiliation, right?
On the show last night.
It's a humiliation.
That a lot of people view it that way.
I was screaming on my screen. I was screaming on the television. Why? Why don't you bring him on early?
To help protect the draw in the 90th minute. I don't know.
God.
He said it's because they were playing well, and then he apologized to Griezmann too, which was weird from Setien.
So first he said, I'm not going to apologize. And then the most disturbing for me said like, oh, if you bring him on, you're going to destabilize the team. What? Hang on. What? Did I hear that right? Griezmann.
So why did you bring him on?
But Griezmann coming on, destabilize your team. How? When? In which way? I don't get it. How does he destabilize anything?
I mean, I'm guessing he felt that, look, Griezmann hasn't been the player that he was, right? We all agree
yeah,
that, right?
because he doesn't play in his position mostly.
That's right. And you kind of knew that before, but we've also have seen Griezmann play as a winger before, early in his career, before Atletico Madrid, right?
Yeah.
So I think he's tried to adapt to that. It hasn't. It's not quite working out. What I don't understand, especially going to go diamond, and especially since Messi's going to do what Messi does, would you not consider? And I know it's maybe anathema to the team of 4-3-3, but why not play Suarez and Griezmann up front and play Messi?
Thank you.
Play Messi in the hole.
Exactly.
A special kind of hole in the sense like, Leo, do whatever the hell you want. You two guys adjust to what he does. So there's always a reference point in the middle. And the Griezmann can float around him a little more like 100%. He did. 100%. I mean, doesn't that seem more rational?
100%. And then you can still play Ricky Puig in the midfield three behind those three instead of Rakitic. Thank you very much as well. So you can get rid of Rakitic and play Ricky Puig there. And Puig will have a similar impact on the game. I just don't get... Okay, you signed Griezmann for a lot of money. He's on enormous wages. I think he's on 17 or 18 million net a year, okay? Why are you not trying to make it work? You know that, and we saw the game against Atletico, that when you don't play without him, you don't play better. So it's not like if, okay, you bench Griezmann and suddenly your team is much better. That's not true, okay? So you know that if you get a Griezmann at a very good level, your team will benefit from it, right? You with me on that?
Of course.
So why are you not trying? Like you said, try to play in a different way, because if you play 4-3-3 and you play him out on the left, you're not going to get anything from him. So maybe try to do something a bit different where you could get the most of him. He scored 14 goals this season in all competitions, right? How many of them have come from a Messi pass?
You tell me.
3 out of 14. And how did Messi score on a Griezmann pass? Messi scored what, 25 in all competitions or something? 2. Yeah. And don't tell me that those two players cannot combine more to be decisive.
Of course.
So come on. And again, just to finish on it, don't get me started on, oh yeah, but Messi doesn't like Griezmann. This is not true. Messi's wife and Griezmann's wife are best friends. Messi invited him at his birthday last week. They go on breakfast together and all of this. Yeah. But so it's not even like, oh, but Messi didn't want him at the club and him and Suarez don't like him. This is not true. It's just about finding the right chemistry on the pitch, finding a way of all of them, Suarez, Messi and Griezmann, being able to play all together. And Setien should be able to do that. And like Griezmann's dad said yesterday on social media, which he shouldn't have, and you should not criticize if you're a brother or a father, a wife, I don't know, whatever.
People are going to think you're having a go at the Ronaldo family.
But he said in a way, he also said a very fair point. It was like, Setien doesn't have the key to this team. It's not him. There's nothing that Setien does in that team, in that dressing room. And I think the one that can make things better on the pitch still is Messi. And if Messi wants things to be better, I think he can make them better. That's me. That's my rant over. But let's stay on that game, Gab, because in that game, Messi also scores on a cheeky Panenka, his 700th goal for Barcelona and of his, in his career. Okay. Pretty incredible, right?
Yeah. But before the Cristiano fanboys get upset, Cristiano Ronaldo does have more goals.
In more games, though.
Stop it.
No, I'm just saying, in more games, it's true.
I think our social media account put out like some stat that said if you'd made your debut for Barcelona at 18 and scored 40 goals a season every single year, you'd still have, for the next 15 years, you still have fewer goals than Lionel Messi, which is just, I mean, look, it's just absurd, right? I saw a list, and this is where it gets fuzzy because it's different eras and stuff. The list I saw, and look, statistics, whatever, but Messi right now, based on this list, is number 7 all time.
Yeah.
And Cristiano's number 6. Messi 700 goals, Cristiano 728. Working backwards, you've got the legendary Gerd Muller for Bayern Munich and Germany, 735. I think it's safe to say they'll both be passing him. Maybe Cristiano might even pass him this season.
Yeah.
Ferenc Puskás, 746 goals. Pele, 767. Romario, 772. Both these guys, I think, within range for Messi and Cristiano.
Yeah.
And then the guy who's top is a guy who's, maybe not that many people are familiar with, but it's Josef Bican, who played in Czechoslovakia and Austria before the war. I had to say, I wasn't around back then. I don't know much about him. We're living in remarkable times. I've said it before, but it's worth mentioning again. This is just some unbelievable stuff. Arsenal beat up Norwich, as expected. Wow. Matteo Guendouzi and Mesut Ozil are still on the naughty step for different reasons.
Naughty corner.
But Bukayo Saka signs a new deal.
Yeah.
And if you want to celebrate because you hate French football, Saliba won't be playing in the French Cup final.
Just please, can you read the word you wrote first in the script? Go on. Listen. Go on.
The Arsenal Grinches deny Saliba a chance of playing in a cup final.
Okay. William Saliba is an Arsenal player. When they bought him last summer, they paid a fee to Saint-Etienne. And as many clubs do, and in transfers, you put add-ons and clauses in the contract, including when you loan out a player to the seller club, where if he plays a certain amount of game, you pay a bit more extra money. It's an incentive for the club you've just bought the guy from to play him. Otherwise, Saint-Etienne could have kept the 30 million and never play him for the whole season because it was not theirs anymore. Okay, so it's an incentive. There's nothing wrong in that. The clause said if he starts 17 matches in all competition, we pay you another 2.5 million euros, right? For different reasons. One being the pandemic, one being his injuries, and the other one being some sort of rotation by Claude Puel and the manager before. Right now, Saliba is on 16 starts, which means that at the end of his loan contract with Saint-Etienne, which has expired on June the 30th, he's been on 16 starts with Saint-Etienne, right? So Arsenal right now don't have to pay any more money. Saint-Etienne now is saying, we have the French Cup final against PSG on July the 24th. Could we have Saliba back for that? And we want to play him. So Arsenal say, yeah, no problem. Let's renegotiate a deal, a loan extension if you want. What can we do? And Saint-Etienne are saying, well, we can do what we agreed last summer, which is that, if he starts, they're making 17 starts, so you'll have to pay us the money. And Arsenal say, hang on a minute. So we can loan him back to you for one game, which cost us 2.5 million euros, and also there's a risk that he can be injured in a game like every other player. So Arsenal are like, hang on a minute, that's not right. This is not fair.
Inter vented all their fury on Brescia after their tough game against Parma, winning 6-0 with 6 different goal scorers. One of them named Ashley Young.
Yeah.
And they found out also that United will let them keep Alexis Sanchez on loan until the end of the Serie A season, which is important to them.
Yeah.
But United are saying, you can't keep him for the Europa League.
Why?
Well, I would hazard a guess it's because United are also in the Europa League, and
then
they don't want to face.
But then he doesn't play in that game. Why? So if Inter don't face United at all, you're preventing him from potentially winning a trophy and being a key part in the team that is paying his wages in a big European competition. I find this is crazy.
I don't have a problem with
I've got a big problem with that. Don't play against United like every loanee does in England, and you don't play against your parent club.
Anyway,
it's a stupid rule, but okay, it's the rule. But let the poor guy play in the Europa League and potentially can win it.
Look, United, the deal ended June 30th. United could have him back now already if they wanted to.
Yeah,
right?
But he would not be able to play. So,
but whatever.
Yeah.
It's United's right to take advantage of the situation. They could, like I said, they could have done the same thing with Dean Henderson I wouldn't have had a problem with it. I mean, that's the reality of the situation. It's your guy. I don't have an issue with it. But yeah, obviously Inter are rather annoyed.
Gab, you were praising Milan, and then they go and drop points away to SPAL, and probably should have got beaten as well. But managed somehow to get a draw despite Ibrahimovic's return. What's going on? Well, what happened?
Okay, so first of all, they didn't just drop points to SPAL. SPAL actually, who are fighting to avoid relegation, figured that they were probably going to lose this game, so they actually rested a number of regulars. That said, SPAL go 2-0 up.
Yeah.
First of all, through a weirdo multiple deflection pinball goal, and then Sergio Floccari scoring a goal that's probably better than.
How is it for Floccari, by the way?
Floccari, 38 years old.
Amazing.
38 years old.
Wow.
You know what? It's a better goal than all three Juve goals put together. That's how good it was.
It is.
Go check it out. Only goal of the season, by the way. So you're in these freak situations, but Milan fight back to 2-2. Ibra comes on. I disagree. I think Milan created more than enough chances to go and win this game. And on a different day, we would have been praising Milan's fight back. I don't think this is a problem. And I think they're actually in pretty good shape heading into the Lazio game.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN Plus.